Hi, welcome to Dave's Corner of the World. Have a great day. This is probably going to be the funniest video I will ever put out. Right there you can see this is the absolute first takeoff of my new Bugs 5W drone. I've never flown a drone before, so this is kind of scary for me. Right there, it's just hovering like it's supposed to. And I'm just kind of checking out to see how to move the camera up and down and how to turn it. Don't forget, I've never run one of these things before, so I've got 4 things on one thumb and 4 things on another thing to try to remember, on the other thumb to try to remember. And not doing so very well at the moment, as you can see. Anyway, it's quite comical. I'm sure I'll get better at this as time goes on. At least I certainly hope so. I'm just checking out to see how it turns right and left. There's a pretty good picture there. When I get it down, there's no color, so the white balance goes all goofy, or the color. But I think it's pretty interesting. Well, you can see in the background there the fence, the new fence that we're putting in, and you can see where we stopped. Probably going to start building fence again there tomorrow, maybe Friday. We'll see what happens. We got quite a ways to go with the fence. It goes clear down around to the lower left corner of the screen and then just a little bit further. But anyway, this is about the drone flight. I'm sure, this is a really inexpensive drone, but from all the reviews I've seen where people who really know how to fly these things say that this drone is probably about the best cheap drone there is. So we're giving it a shot. Oh, look at there. I'm so proud of myself. I can actually follow a vehicle alongside the road. Of course, that vehicle is only going about 4 miles an hour. But that's okay. It was the first time, and I was kind of proud of that. There's a little bit of the RV park that I live at and work at. Just sitting there trying to think, oh my gosh, now what am I going to do? I don't want to crash this thing. Because it did cost me about $140. I just don't want to throw it away. So, oh golly, there's a tree right there. I don't want to get involved in that tree. So we're going to kind of come back around here and just sit here a minute because I don't have any idea what I'm doing. Looks to me like I tried to bring it down a little bit, and I decided I want to stop and turn it right there. Tilt the camera up and down again. It's a little bit chilly out this morning. It's probably 35 to 40 degrees. That's a pretty fair shot. I don't mind that at all. Too bad it wasn't over the RV park. Okay, I told it to return home. So we're gonna, no I didn't. I thought I'd told it to return to home. What I actually said was automatically land it. And I was a little bit aggravated because it landed 8 or 10 feet away from where it took off. Well, I didn't realize that I didn't push the return home button. I just told it to automatically land. So there's the very, very first flight of my new drone. This is the second flight of my Bugs 5W. And all I'm doing here, I don't know why I didn't start recording when I took off, but I didn't. I need more practice on remembering to start and stop the record and take still photos. That's what I'm going to practice on next, I think. I'm sure when I get used to flying this critter that it won't be quite so jerky. But I thought I'd give you the whole stuff just to make you laugh at me. I've been a professional videographer for a long time, and I sure hate to give out jerky videos like this, but it's kind of comical. The first time or two a feller flies a drone like this, can't possibly get it right the very first time. So anyway, this is just about the end of the second recording. After the second recording, brought the drone back into my house, my motorhome, took the micro SD card out, put it in the computer so I could copy the files over, topped off the battery a little bit there for just a minute or two, came back out, and I started this flight. I hit the record, and I had forgot to bring the micro SD card and put it in the camera in the drone. But it recorded to my iPhone. How about that? I'm glad, because right down here is my house. We're going to see if I can't fly over it. Now, I'm not walking underneath it. I'm staying up there, up close to the corner. And I want to make sure I'm high enough. This drone is pretty fast. It seems I've seen people fly it really fast, and of course I don't want to go zooming away and lose control and crash into something, so I'm kind of go and stop and go and stop and go and stop. Anyway, the rig right there, that's mine. You can see on the back end of it, the closest to us here is the front, and the back end has some solar on it. I'm working on a solar project there. I've been completely self-sufficient for solar for a little over a year now. The only thing I need for electricity from the park is either electric heat, which I don't use very often, or air conditioner, which I don't use very often. Right there, that's the office, that building right there, and there's some more of the park. I'm just kind of sitting there. I'm watching my iPhone picture, and I'm quite impressed with the little camera, with the whole thing. Actually, I just think it's pretty darn cool. The only thing it could do that it doesn't do, and I don't know if any of them do them or not, but that would be zoom in. But I'm certainly, for $140, I certainly can't complain about what's happening here. I'm really impressed. I think it's a pretty cool deal. I can't tell. I think maybe yeah, it looks like I'm descending. Looks to me like I've actually told it this time to return home. This unit really does a good job on GPS. And you'll see in the lower left-hand corner, right there, there's a green little bush. And that green bush was right underneath the drone when it started. See you next time.